not be the one to doubt her. 'Cause we've been putting in the hour. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt her. 'Cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Ravens going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Okay, Larry, Charles and I, we have brought our talents to South Beach, or at least in the neighborhood of South Beach, as we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season, as we've got a good one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Cameron, the man in motion. Now Tannehill steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This one caught. Jordan Cameron. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he will find his man on the outside. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Now it's Tannehill. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. That spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a pass.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They run it here. Ware, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter. Because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run now with Ware. And a short gain down to about the 33. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Okay, time now to meet the starters defensively for the Miami Dolphins.
And let's start with Xavier Howard, a cornerback out of Baylor. He's one of the top 50 players on my board coming out of the draft in 2016, and I don't think he's going to disappoint. Long, lean, has excellent ball skills.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
On second down, it's Drake. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a cutback right sideline. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for the Dolphins. 48 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll go on the ground. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Jimmy Smith looks like the corners that you want coming into the league now. Long, ability to play the football in the air, terrific cover guy.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They go back to the air here after the INT. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
On the run, it's Ware. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and that'll be good for a Baltimore first.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. On the ground, this is Ware. And some room to work. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So now it's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Shipped together here from the D-line. They'll go with the keeper, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
So now here come the Dolphins. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Tannehill hands to Drake, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker. Now on 1st down, Drake again. And he'll
take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They come out here in the eye. On first down, Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Tannehill. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man. It's Kenny Brett. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And Rudolph has it left side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him. Didn't happen.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
His throw incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And out come the Dolphins now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this. And got his man, complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. To throw is Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off. And on that play, that caused the incompletion.
380. 380. Dagger.
Cameron, the man in motion.
Zebra.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And it's fielded at the 34. So a minute 51 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He has Britt over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, so a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Some think the team's...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill forced out to his left. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
So now the offense is facing a first down and 20 after that last mistake. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught here left side by Brett. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go. Watch this. Flick round.
They'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. And the back goes into motion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A big play on third for the Ravens. 44 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Fresh set of downs here. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Spencer Ware, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble. My mind betrayed me many years ago. I walk alone to keep from slipping under. Got lost as soon as I stepped out the door. I'm a martyr who just never got his time to shine. I'm a punk kid, no reason why. Nothing finer than the taste of tears running down my face. So cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. had to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying sorry. The speaker's so blown, no one knows what it is, but we keep it on repeat 'cause we don't want it to end. We got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives. And the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back, just shaking our heads. But right now we're too fast to slow down just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. Just acting our age. There's people here that I just met, but we're acting like we go back. It's 3 a.m., but we ain't done yet. Try